Hey, Gizzard. Gizzard, are we live?
Not yet.
Okay, good. I didn't want to talk over the intro for work.
I appreciate it. And here we are. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Welcome to Fowl Territory. I am your cordial host, Gizzard Gary, and it is Monday, May the 26th. You probably know that already, but I like to keep everybody informed. That's why I'm here. All right, so we'll probably have a light crowd tonight. I kind of expect that. A lot of people are probably entertaining family or visiting family. So, or if you're on the road, you probably should pay attention to the road and not pay attention to this. But anyway.
Should I?
Well, you're an exception. I know you can multitask.
Yeah, I can chew gum and dance at the same time. Wait, I can't dance without chewing gum.
You can't sing. You can probably dance better than you sing, but
they're about the same.
I never seen you dance. Oh, yes, I have. That's right.
You've never seen me do the sprinkler or the plunger or the Macarena, any of those?
Yeah, we need to go to a dance hall sometime. That'd be fun. But let's see who's out there in the chat. Gun Website's the first one in here. We got Vulcan Rumble out there in the chat. Alaska One Andy, and we have Mr. Bob Dobalino. We have Two Live Moo. Greetings from BFE. We have Ozzy Orsborn barking at the moon. We have Fluffy 10mm Jeep guy. And we have Ron 2A Matters, who also posted an anniversary chat. He has been a member for 16 months. Thank you very much. We have Fuku YT out there. And we have Artak and Daughters in the chat. So we have Denny's Plant-Based Journey. Howdy, folks. I figured you guys would be half done by now. You're funny. We got Jacob S. out there. We have Guns and Water, Rimfire Range Relaxation. We have Calamity Jean is out there. So we've got quite the collection out there already. Smoking Joe is in the audience. And we have Living in Southwest Virginia 1965, Steve, who we'll call Steve from now on. He is out there. So that's it. 27 people in the audience total. Oh, and we have a new member of the Gizzard Gang. Pick has just joined up. Thank you, Pick. I will give you the official moderator wrench. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Gizzard Gang. All right. So, yeah, haven't had a new member in a while. Nice to have you aboard. All right. So, heck yeah. All kinds of fun stuff going on. So, we don't have a lot of panelists, but we do have a couple. So, let's say hello to my esteemed panel. And first one here next to me is my neighbor over in the Show Me State who hosts the Guns, Beer, and Therapy on Saturday night. Say hello to Hillbilly Up.
Yeah, Billy. Oh, man. Hope you guys are doing great today. Found me a hat on sale. I had to wear it today. Red, white, and blue.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you for being here.
Kind of washes out.
A little bit. I like it, though. I like it. So, our next panelist here is going by the name of Me, but I suppose everybody would call themselves Me. But it's actually my neighbor to the south, the pride of Chelsea, Oklahoma, the Gun Snob. Yo. And he is driving down the road in search of food, I'm told. good luck finding food open. It's going to be fast food. So, but yeah, we're glad to have you here. So
if there's any roadkill, does that consider food there, Snob? Or
so it depends on what he runs over. I mean, what if he hit a dog? I don't.
Roadkill is slow food, because if it was fast food, it wouldn't be roadkill.
Yeah,
very true. Very true.
Denny says, "Are you headed down 44?"
I am. Just went into the BA on 44.
Well, he knows the deal. All right. Mr. Bob Dobalina says, Gizzard Gary, the rollers at 7-Eleven are always spinning something. I guess that's true.
We don't have 7-Elevens in Oklahoma.
I don't see a whole lot of them around here either. You see Quick Trips every once in a while, but or Casey's, the smaller towns all have a Casey's.
Surely you got a truck stop somewhere on that road.
Oh yeah, got truck stops. We got Defense Dad out there. He sees gun people. He says, "Evening, sons of bitches." Evening, Defense Dad. All right, so we got 28 in here. I know a lot of people, as I said, are probably got things going on. I know Rich said he couldn't make it tonight. I know 2 Live Moo is visiting his father. And Fuku says, what about Circle K? You don't see Circle K around here. Now,
I think all the Circle K's around here got bought out.
Kansas City, I think, still has a few.
Yeah, I think they're in Oklahoma. They're called the Circle O.
I think all of them got bought out.
I think in Oklahoma now they're called the Circle O's.
Mm-hmm. We have Maverick and Quick Trip, 2 good chain gas stations.
We got Casey's around.
Don't forget Love's.
Yeah, there's Love's all over, but there's none on my trip today.
Steve says Buc-ee's not in our area of the country, although we're supposed to be getting one in a couple of years. But
I think
in the Kansas City area.
Springfield's probably closest one to you right now, ain't it?
Buc-ee's?
Yeah. I'm fixing to go buy a sign for Buc-ee's. There's a sign right up here for the Buc-ee's in Springfield that says like 172 miles or something on
it. Hope you got half a tank of gas.
I've only got 139 miles to empty, and it's 172 miles to Buc-ee's, so I'd have to stop and get fuel.
You heading east?
I'm headed east. Well, northeast.
Defense Dad says, my kiddo surprised me by having dinner ready when I got home from a long day at work tonight. Very nice. Pick says, had some awesome rimfire groups today. Should have done some challenge targets. 0.3 to 0.5s at 100 was pretty damn fun. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Denny says, nice. I saw the Bluegrass Festival and Chili Festival, formerly in Claremore, moved to Tahlequah.
Oh.
I didn't know it moved to Tahlequah. I hadn't even heard that. I don't really follow the Bluegrass and Chili Festival, but I didn't know it moved to Tahlequah.
And Guns and Barbecue has joined us.
Evening.
I figured you at least followed the Chili Festival, Snob.
I know.
You don't like beans. We got George Cortez out there. We have TJ Fishing in the audience. George says, what about stripes? Do you have those? Just in the middle of the road. That's generally where you see a stripe. Nah, it seems like everywhere you go in the country, they have kind of their own little regional gas stations.
I ain't heard of stripes.
I haven't either.
I mean, I'm in Tulsa, I mean, we're the home of Quick Trip, so yeah, Quick Trip's the winner here.
We have Abigail Finnegan is out there. Pick says, was not a cheap day, though. All premium high dollar ammo. Denny says, I'm a bluegrass fan and went to the festival a few years ago.
I do enjoy some bluegrass. I've just never been.
Denny says, stripes are big in Texas. They are not good. Dirty, poorly kept. Oh, just the opposite
so like
of
Casey's.
Bucky's now. If you go to a brand new Casey's, they're usually pretty nice. But
Our Casey's was really nice when it opened, and then they hired a bunch of tweakers to run it after COVID, so it's terrible.
Oh, no.
Yeah, just like every new Dollar General that pops up for the first few weeks, it's beautiful, and then it's.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, Chelsea America has the best Dollar. I go in Dollar Generals all over because I'm always going in there getting stuff for work because they're in every little small town. I get cleaning stuff and stuff. And Chelsea has the best Dollar General by far, night and day above it.
Well, that's good.
Denny says, Quick Trip is just breaking in down here. I love the ones in Oklahoma City years ago. They have quite a few in Dallas-Fort Worth. Pick says, Casey's Pizza rocks here.
Ugh. If you like grease.
That's what keeps you lubed up.
Yeah.
So you don't get stoved up. You got to have a little bit of lube. So
I'll tell you who has good pizza, and that's Pete's. I know you have. I don't know if they go all the way up by you, but they're pretty close to you, Gizzard. Pete's gas station. I think.
You talking about them little personal pizzas?
No, Pete's has a. At Pete's gas station, they had a honey hot chicken pizza here a while back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was actually in Kansas when I got it. I don't remember where I was. It was when I was working in Chinook.
Gonna say the Pete's in Yates Center serves those little. They're about the size of a personal pan.
Yeah, that's what these are. They're little personal pans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I think I was in what's it? We always said we were going to meet at.
You broke up. What'd you say?
I said, what's that town that has the steakhouses where we always say we were going to meet and we never have?
Thayer.
Thayer, yeah. I was at Pete's in Thayer. That's where I was and got that honey hot chicken pizza, and that was delicious.
Wow, Thayer has a Pete's now? They're moving up in the world, I tell you what.
It's the only thing that got the gas station and two fancy steakhouses.
That's about it. Gerald Muir is out there. Denny says, our Dollar Generals have boxes stacked everywhere, yep, in the aisles, and they only have one person working. Again, yep. When you go to the oil field and make $100K plus, it's hard for these stores to hire people. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't hardly get a shopping cart through most Dollar General aisles from the inventory that and stuff they pushed into the aisle, but then I ain't had time to put up yet.
Oh my God! Now here's somebody you haven't seen in ages. Kinky Spinkter is out there in the chat.
He's still alive.
Wow.
He's still alive.
Crazy.
Wow. Nice to see you, Kinky. Long time. Yeah. Defense Dad says Casey's thin crust pizza is a shit. Yeah, I do like their thin crust. So, yeah, we got 32 people out there watching this stuff. Kinky says, damn right, been busy with firefighting, been forever. Wow. Fuku says, we have Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and Family Dollar. Well, we have a Dollar General, and then we have a Family Tree, and our Dollar Tree and Family Dollar is combined. So,
yeah,
technically, we have all three. Now. Well, I believe Family Dollar bought Dollar Tree. That's kind of what happened there. So,
well, that's why Dollar General. The only reason I know is because trading stocks, because the news that comes out, they were going to buy Dollar Tree, right?
So, yeah, and they were told they couldn't, I believe, or something like that.
Well, so through their shareholders and all this, they like put up a big deal, raise a bunch of money, blah, blah, blah. and then like the whole deal fell through. So instead of like returning the money to the shareholders, they're like, we'll just build 5 million more Dollar Generals. And so that's kind of how that explosion of Dollar Generals came, so fast, was because the money was supposed to be spent to buy Dollar Tree.
Well, the good news is they only hired 50 more employees to run all the new Dollar Generals combined.
That's true.
And they rotate.
Yeah.
There's been times at the Dollar General where I'll buy stuff and take it up front, and sometimes you just have to hunt down the cashier because they're in the back stock and stuff.
Oh, I see all the time. There's either a squeaky bell or a squeaky toy or a bell or something. A lot of times there's a dog toy laying on the counter that says "Squeeze me."
Uh-huh.
Well,
and they've shut down the self-checks.
Okay, I got news on that. Okay. I talked to one of the managers one time about this, and it was somebody I've known for a long time that was a manager there for a while. I'm like, why did they put in the self-check and then shut it down? And she goes, well, for one, they could use it for a write-off, but they didn't want to have two people. So they figured they put in a self-check and then shut it down, then it limited to one register.
Well, see, we have three slots for registers in our place with the self-checks in the middle of the two. So,
that's pretty fancy. Yeah, 3 of them.
But still, there's usually only one person back there. Yeah. But they get plenty of business, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So.
Well, at least ours is the big DG market. It's not just a crappy DG. It's got fresh, fruits and vegetables, and that car just ran plumb off the road and back on. Oh, well.
Yeah, some of the newer, bigger ones are putting some, fresh food in.
Well, we do have produce, a small produce section in ours, and a pretty long freezer section, actually.
But we used to always play the game while we was in there. Before the produce section, the game was find something healthy. And it's almost impossible. Even the cereal, you couldn't even find grape nuts or something that was healthy for you. It's just all, sugar type cereal. And
well, I know it's Memorial Day. So, did you guys do anything special for Memorial Day? Billy, how about you?
Man, it started raining before daylight here.
Yeah, same
and here. It just got dark a little bit ago, and it's still raining. We didn't make it out to the cemetery
I didn't either. There's no point.
It was just. It would slow down just a little bit to, where it's real light and think, okay, it's going to quit. And so there's a few times we started to load, we had the grandkids, and so started to load them up and okay, let's run out to the cemetery. And then everybody get their shoes and everything on and start pouring again. Well, okay, kick shoes back off.
I didn't figure there was much point in it because I doubt too many people were going to go out to look at graves today either. So
yeah, we literally played Uno Flip for at least 3 hours today.
I want to say hi to William Hall. He's out there. Jacob says, took all my firearms to the range and popped off several rounds. Range was so busy I couldn't use the trap range. Wow, that's a fun Memorial Day.
Yeah, I know. Chad, Kentucky Rimfire, they had shooting events today at their range.
Denny said triple digits here. I stayed inside except when grilling fajitas. I enjoyed the day off for a change. And I'm guessing the Gun Snob probably didn't get much of a chance to do anything special for Memorial Day, but did you get a chance to do anything?
No, I watched it rain and did other things.
Yep. That's totally understandable. I had plans on doing stuff and ended up I did get a video out. We do have Mystic Guns out there. How about that? Some of you may have heard of her. She's
You should all tell her
mystic.
happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Stacy.
Happy anniversary.
What anniversary is it?
Stacy says the one that's too long.
Snob ain't gonna say.
I think it's, if my math's correct, it's A. Married. Yeah. A married.
Don't get it wrong.
I know. We've been together 17 years. I know that. I just don't remember exactly when we got married. I'm pretty sure it's 8 years. No, it was 2016 we got married.
9 years.
Yeah. It's approximately 9. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what year we got married.
Well,
9 years, but it seems like 20. Is that what you were saying?
Congratulations.
Well, it's been 17. We basically lived together for 17. So.
yeah. My uncle always says we've been married so long I don't look both ways when I cross a highway.
Jacob says it's 58 or so right now. Actually, got the windows open and fans on to bring more of that air into the house.
Yeah, it's kind of chilly out
Dang,
here
dude.
today too. It's 64, but it feels cooler now.
I'm showing 58 here at the house.
Calamity Jean says I'm the one who has to ask how many years. LOL. Wow. Usually it's the other way around. Or so I'm told. I don't have to worry about that. So I count the years since the last time. How about that? But so if you're out there in the chat, if you did anything special for Memorial Day, I know a couple of you already told us about your range trips or whatever, or grilling fajitas. So anybody else got anything out there you can tell us about? Go ahead. If you got pictures, you can send them into Gorn. That goes to gorn@gizzardgary.com. And we can take a look at it. Denny says it's 74 here. The AC just caught up a few minutes ago.
Dang.
Jacob says, well, I also stubbed my toes twice this weekend on the door frame. And Mystic says, I think it was actually 2017, but I could be wrong.
Well, maybe it was.
Gonna say
Then I would have been right with 8 years then.
I'm pretty sure Mystic has a picture of your wedding license, your marriage license on her Facebook.
Yeah, she does.
Alex Parlin is out there. Welcome, Alex. He's got that hashtag. I guess I should run the banner, huh? I forgot to turn the banner on. So if you haven't entered the drawing for tonight, the hashtag is #FT313. And we will be doing the normal swag giveaway, and that will include the Aegis sample trifecta from our sponsor, Aegis Gun Care. And you got plenty of time to get that entered, so if you would choose to be part of that drawing. Defense Dad says, I worked 10 hours today, but I have the next 2 days off. Nice. How does that work when you're the boss and you get 2 days off? Who's minding the ship? Kind of makes you wonder. Well, look at them hashtags fly out there. Well, so I did release a video out on the Boomer Listens channel. It's actually Actually, I'm pretty sure song Snub probably can't believe I don't know it, and I have heard parts of it. But this is Toby Keith, American Soldier.
Really?
You haven't heard that?
I haven't heard the whole song all the way through now.
Wow.
And I thought that'd be appropriate for today anyway. So
It's a good one.
We'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way.
Yep.
that's right.
But that's not American Soldier. That's courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue.
Same difference.
Nope. American Soldier's a completely different song. Same dude.
Yeah, same dude. Abby said worked from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. and studied for finals from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Wow. Defense Dad says, oh, I get phone calls, obviously days off. Denny says, I had to do payroll approvals this morning and had to handle a couple of issues, but ended up only about 2 hours of work today. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy the next 2 days.
We should have. Oh, sorry, Gary.
I was just going to say, Abby says going to rinse and repeat till finals. And Jacob says, also had family over because my brother's fiance had a wedding shower for our side of the family. Man, was it chaotic. Wow. All right. What was you going to say?
I was going to say we should have had you do Billy Ray Cyrus, Some Gave All.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not as good as Achy Breaky Heart, but if we're doing patriotic, that's
exactly. That's the theme we were going for.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard that song. I am familiar with Achy Breaky Heart.
Nothing breaks. Nothing
Achy Breaky Heart pretty much kept me from listening to anything else from Billy Ray Cyrus.
Well, I'm going to get gas.
You take that back.
Okay.
Doesn't he always have gas?
That's kind of what I was thinking. He has to stop and get gas? Wow. Abby says, also going to a baby shower next week. I still think a Keystone cricket would be suitable for the future spawn. Yes, it would. Definitely would. Steve says, since it rained all day, the wife and I took a ride through our local state park. Okie doke. Oh, look at that guy in the... Wow, that's kind of scary looking. That guy almost looked like the gun snub out in front of that vehicle. Misty, Mrs. Wayne's out there, and she says, my first concert was Billy Ray Cyrus. I'm sorry.
No way. Mine was too. Dead serious.
Did you guys go to the same concert?
I don't know. I kind of doubt it. How old were you
then?
I was 3.
Well, I don't know how old Misty was. I ain't even gonna ask. I know
my first concert was Conway Twitty, if we're counting when we were little kids.
If you count being in your mother's womb, my first concert was Conway Twitty.
She says, was it the free one in Ashland, Kentucky?
It was not.
Wasn't it? Jacob says, oh, did any of you see that one of the volcanoes in Hawaii erupted on Sunday? Did not.
Yeah, they do that a lot there.
Misty says, I think I was 6 or 7. That's just a few years ago. Abby says, might wait till the kid is a few years old to get it in their favorite color or get it in black and paint it in a few years. There you go. But I'll bet nobody got to do what I got to do on Saturday. I got to go to a Barbie exhibit. Yay.
Oh.
That's great fun.
Now you need to react to Barbie Girl.
I've heard that stupid
I'm
song.
a Barbie
Thank
girl
God.
in a Barbie world. Jesus, this little Hummer's hauling ass.
Wrapped in plastic. It's fantastic. Abigail says, my first concert was Exodus. I broke both my pinkies in the pit. Ouch. Denny says, Reba. And
that'd be a good first one.
At the little town in Oklahoma in their high school gym.
You know what my first concert was that I, like, as an adult that I picked to go to? I wasn't really an adult, but I was still, I was 16.
Who was it?
Chris Ledoux.
Son of a gun.
Jacob
When I was
Jacob S says, my first concert was a metal band called Five Finger Death Punch. I've heard of them.
very nice. When I was, I think, 15, local car dealership here was doing a giveaway, trying to get, people in to buy cars and whatnot like they do. And it was when Brad Paisley's song "I'm Gonna Miss Her" was real big. So that you would go down there and they basically had one of those carnival things set up where the fish went around in a circle and you had to catch one. And so my dad went down there because one of the prizes was free tickets to see Brad Paisley and George Jones. And sure enough, he pulled 2 tickets. So I got to go see Brad Paisley and George Jones.
I've seen George Jones. He was a pretty good concert.
Yep.
Ozzy says, my first concert was Kiss, 1976. Mr. Bob says, I engaged in consumerism and ordered a Safe Queen to be sent to my local FFL. There you go. Abby said, that's where I learned that I don't like beer. Dude bought me a beer as an apology for trampling me. To be fair, he immediately picked me back up and made sure I was okay. All right. Del Pogue is in here finally.
That guy probably bet his buddies, like, you know what? $100 says I can trample a girl. And the buddy was like, no way. Then he trampled you, got $100, and spent $3 on a beer. He came out $97 ahead.
Misty says, can't remember which song, but they added footage from that concert in one of his videos. So I'm in a video somewhere. Wow. Famous.
Uh-oh.
You guys ever been on TV?
Yeah.
You have?
When I was in 3rd grade, I raised the most money for the Spellathon and was on Fox 23. And I've tried to find that footage everywhere online. I never could find it. In the old Eastland Mall. I had to go down there.
Oh, I would. I'm going to have to hunt for that now.
I'm kind of curious.
It would have been 1993 or...
What station was it?
It was on 23, I'm pretty sure. I don't really even remember that. My dad had it on tape for a long time, but I don't know whatever happened to it where he recorded it.
Yeah,
And my mom was furious because there was these balloons hanging up, and I'm over there as a little kid pretending I got a gun shooting the balloons on TV.
Cool.
And, yeah, it was all because my dad and one of his buddies kept betting back and forth that I wouldn't, how many words, they didn't think I'd spell a whole bunch of words right, and I spelled 99 out of 100, and I don't remember what they paid per word, like $25 a word or something, because they were going back and forth trying to outdo each other for me. And I ended up raising a ton of money, so I got to go be on TV.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Ron 2A Matter says, my first concert I went to Donnie and Marie Osmond when I was 7 years old. Wow.
Awesome.
Let's say, I think I was in 6th grade and ended up on TV. That's because our 6th grade choir had to learn how to sing God Bless the USA, and I think it was America the Beautiful, if I remember correctly, because that's, 9/11 happened a couple months before that, and everything was full gear, patriotic, everything. So they raised the flag, and and we had to learn sign language to sign the song as well. So the news station out of Erie came and put us on the TV.
Wait, did you say you were in 6th grade when 9/11 happened?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I was
realize you were that
thinking.
much younger than me. I mean, I was a senior, but
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, man.
Let's say that's why it makes me laugh when I hear about like these college students that need safe spaces. I'm like, shit. When I was in 6th grade, my friggin' science teacher busted into my homeroom teacher's rooms, like, turn on the TV right now to the news. She turns on the TV. There's people jumping out of buildings, and we're just like, all right, cool. Like, No safe spaces. Nobody came in and talked to us. Nothing. Like, life just went on.
Abigail was 5 when 9/11 happened.
I remember being in the 5th grade whenever the Oklahoma City bombing happened. I was in the 5th grade, and they came pushing the TV on the cart in the room, the classroom. We were all watching all the live news feeds and stuff from.
Yeah, see? Look at how good we all turned out.
Dale Pogue says first concert was Head East in the late 70s. Wow, I remember Head East. Abby says the thrash metal community tends to look out for smaller people in the pit. That's a good thing. Defense Dad says, pretty sure I saw a snob on Cops years ago. There was a mullet and a Camaro. Could have been.
Why did you accost that poor guy in the Camaro with the mullet, Snob?
You had it coming, I tell you.
I do like the episodes of Cops from Oklahoma City. Those are pretty good ones.
I like the episodes of Cops from the 80s.
Oh my God, yeah.
Ones. Or the old,
like
whatever they were, early 90s probably, but the cars are all from the 80s.
Yep. Like these new episodes of Cops where they're like live PD or whatever, kind of bore me.
We got R4 Mississippi Thunder out there. Fuku YT says, when I was in school, we watched the Apollo moon landing. Wow.
I must have missed that one when I was in school. I think we watched Apollo 13 in school. Does that count?
The movie or the actual mission? Oh.
The movie.
I was going to say. All the Apollo missions took place in the 70s. Gunpowder
the movie
Beauty
came out when I was in school.
Ron 2A Matters was 35 when 9/11 happened.
Anybody out in the viewing audience been on TV?
I'll bet you Gunpowder Beauty's been on TV.
Skinamax late at night doesn't count.
Oh, God.
Wow. Mr. Bob says, in 1972, my first concert was Slade, Bedlam, and Black Sabbath. I'd seen a live band before that, but not what I'd call a concert-length performance. Rimfire Range Relaxation says, I was in typing class when the Space Shuttle Challenger blew up. High school principal made an announcement over the loudspeaker, and we had a moment of silence. Calamity Jean says, I was on TV once. I won this golden ticket to a chocolate factory. They interviewed me showing it in the chewing gum I had been chewing for 2 months solid. Kind of a letdown when I turned into a grape. Yeah. Fuku YT says, I've been on TV twice. Got Captain Codebook out there. Haven't seen Captain Codebook in a while. Denny says, of course, multiple times. I've been on local TV in multiple cities, worldwide radio, and so on. Wow.
If you count football highlights, I've been on TV a couple times, but not like directly. Just, like, oh, look, there was me.
Gerald says, I was in elementary watching the Space Shuttle Challenger live. Abigail says, I'm probably the last person that should be on TV. I have no filter. Sounds like barbecue.
You're who they'll interview in a small town when some tragedy happens.
Yeah.
No, you have all your teeth, though, because if you have all your teeth, they won't interview you, come to think of it.
And that tornado went over that there trailer, and man... Oh, it's always the craziest person in town they put in front of TV when they do those things.
Oh, yeah.
They do a great job finding them.
Mm-hmm. Gunpowder says, y'all are on my TV now. Does that count? Nah. Abigail says, I have all my teeth.
Yeah, see, they wouldn't have picked her.
No, definitely not.
But they like to pick ones with no filter and no teeth. That's the rule.
That's true. Dale Pogue says, I've been on the front page of the newspaper. Wow.
Oh, I've been in the newspaper many times.
Captain Codebook says, I was on TV rescuing ducks from a storm drain. Unfortunately, I was in uniform and on duty, and the rule is if you make it on the news and you're not the officer, you have to buy the shift pizza. Oh, no. Jacob S. says, when the local military museum got their Sherman tank and did the naming ceremony, you can see me crawling around inside of the Sherman tank in the background behind the reporter. I could see that. Guns of Water says, teeth are good, Abigail. Yeah, they do come in handy.
They just don't get you on the news in a small town.
No, they don't. That's for sure. Abigail makes her own news. She don't have to be on no TV. All right. Well, where are we time-wise? We still got plenty of time. Snob ain't home yet.
No, going in front of the Rogers County Courthouse.
Fuku YT says, what has 3 teeth and 100 legs? The front row of a Billy Ray Cyrus concert. Wow.
Hey, I like Billy Ray. I've never been to the concert, but I like Billy Ray.
I saw him in concert 3 times.
Jacob says, I turned on the news that night to see if I could see myself, and I filmed that report from the TV. Captain Codebook says, oh, looking good, all smooth and shaved. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you betcha.
There's the world-famous J.M. Davis Arms and Historical Museum to my left.
I'd like to go there someday. I've always wanted to stop in and see that place. I mean, the 4 or 5 times I've been in there just isn't enough. I haven't been in a while.
Last time I was there, I was with you, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I drive by it almost every day, but don't really stop. There's a local tweaker walking down the street. Does that count for anything? Oh, those are just little kids. Never mind. They're probably not even tweakers.
It doesn't matter what town you go to. There's a tweaker somewhere on the street. Don't
Those
matter.
are just little kids, luckily.
Mr. Bob says, I was in the Post-Dispatch twice for hole-in-one shots on a local 18-holer. Along with everything else, it had hole-in-ones everyone else had hole-in-ones those weekends. Gunpowder Beauty had a visit from the police today for a noise complaint at 11 this morning for the kids playing in the backyard. I need recommendations on how to annoy the heck out of the Karen. I'm sure we have people here who can help you with that.
Keep making noise.
Have some more kids.
There you go. Abigail says, nothing I do is newsworthy. I work, do classes, and get drunk and play video games, unless Lucy and I are going on a date. Guns of Water says, I made the paper when I fell 150 feet off a cliff. Not sure that's
suboptimal.
It's suboptimal. Captain Codebook says, last museum I was at was in the liberal city in Oberlin. They had an AIDS artwork special. One of the paintings was made with blood and semen. Oh my God.
I'm going to pass on that museum.
Yeah, that's off my list. It's definitely off my list. Wow. Gunpowder Beauty says, I need louder noise and no snobster. No more kids, I'm good. Or no sobster. She doesn't need no more kids. Okay. Calamity Jean says, ew. Yeah, ew is right. Guns of Water said, sort of life-changing. Yeah, I'll bet. All right, let's see. What did I miss? I do want to remind everybody that Gear Websites is your source for every Second Matters gun channels, gear, ammo, ID, and more. They have patches, stickers, and other items, and every Friday is Free Patch Friday when you buy cool stuff at GearWebsites.com.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
So, Abigail says, cannibal corpse and a massive mosh pit in your backyard? Okay. TJ Fishing says, we have a TV series called Home and Away. For the first 20 years, a start showed me fishing on the jetty. It was on 5 days a week. Wow. That's some good exposure.
Speaking of TV stars, where the heck is Sarge at? He's an actual TV star.
Oh, that's true. He is. He was actually on Sirius TV. He had an acting role. I forgot about that. I don't know where he is. I reckon him and Obi probably have better things to do. So, can't imagine anybody having anything better to do than to be on Fowl territory, but, you know. Abigail says, eventually, I'd like to take Lucy to a tank museum. Well, need to find Jacob. I'm pretty sure he could hook you up. You're going to have to go to Evansville. That's the only thing. Calamity Jean says, Sarge? Do you not know who Sarge is? The infamous C4 defense? Guns of Water says, this is where the cool kids hang out. Yeah, it's true. Rimfire Range Relaxation says, I was an extra in Dress Gray. Does that count for anything? I suppose it does. I've never been any kind of movie extra or anything like that. Calamity says, didn't know him by that name. Yeah, he's always been known to us as Sarge. Abigail says, or a small arms museum. She likes pre-World War I firearms. She needs to come to Claremore, the J.M. Davis. Seriously, that's a nice museum.
It is a very nice museum.
Yeah, then you could go to Wanamaker too if you time it right. You could actually see some. You could actually buy some if you wanted to. Well, maybe not. If you're an Oklahoma resident.
If your wallet's thick enough, you can.
I don't want to infer anything
buy long
that might
guns.
Be shady. That's true. You buy a long gun.
You can buy long guns all day long there.
Well, some people have trouble buying long guns. It's going to be on a state that borders Oklahoma.
For an FFL transfer, buddy.
She already has an 1884 Vetterli, or Vetterli, however you pronounce that. I don't know. It's one of the two. Or not. Or not. But you know what we ought to do? I just had an idea. Something fun to do. And it starts with a song.
Lizard Larry's got something for you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you. Large prostate won't slow him down, chasing grandmas all over town. Got a sidekick named George the Cat. Lizard Larry's got something for you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you.
Meow. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's the time of the night. It's the time of the night where we give stuff away. That's right. We're going to give you some stuff and things, folks. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be the massivest giveaway the Fowl territory you've ever seen. Well, maybe not. But it's going to be a giveaway. Gizzard, what do we have for these terrible folks? Oh, wait. Hold on. Tonight's giveaway is brought to us by Aegis Gun Care. That's right, Aegis Gun Care, your source for all your... Oh, wait, no. It's your source for all your gun cleaning needs, and you can lube them up, too. The good folks at Aegis Gun Care will be sure to take very good care of you also. They're wonderful folk. Well, one of them is. One of them's just him. One of them's just not Shelly. No,
Don't
they're
worry.
great folk.
They're not in here.
Yeah, I hope he listens to this.
All right.
I didn't even know what they were getting because I couldn't read the crawl on my screen. It's too small. And I'm trying to drive.
The Aegis sample trifecta.
Oh, yeah, you're going to Aegis sample trifecta. That's right. You get cleaner, lubricant, and some grease.
All three?
All three. That's why it's a trifecta. It's not a bifecta.
Oh, okay.
It's not rich wide. It's not bi. It's tri. Hopefully he's out there and heard that.
All right. Well, let's see what we got for these fine folks, shall we? I'm sure I can rustle up something here. How about a few stickers? Let's start with some stickers.
The repo man's at the gas station there.
Oh no. So we're going to start with the official Gizzard Gary channel logo sticker, which is approximately as big as my head. Or maybe not. And, of course, we will also have the Fowl Territory thumbnail sticker, complete with the Aegis logo. And we have a sticker from the good folks at Excess Sites. The
Hey,
fastest
you know what,
site
Gizzard?
in any light.
Gizzard.
Wow.
Those are the fastest sites at any light.
How about no light at all?
They're still the fastest because that's still a form of light.
Well, that's true because the sites themselves have light. You don't need light. Very good. And based right there in Texas, where all the good stuff comes from. So.
Oh, no. Go to hell.
How about a sticker from the good folks at Live Free Armory? They, of course, have true American manufacturing. We got some stuff here from DM Foss. We have the official Hell No Kitty sticker. Everybody ought to have one of those. We have the armed Papa Smurf. And we have the Haterade Thirst Destroyer. It's got Obi's picture right on the label. Agorizer says, how many Gizzard Gary stickers am I allowed to have before they say I have an arsenal? You need to ask Jacob. He could probably tell you. We got a miscellaneous rooster sticker that came all the way from Hawaii, which was sent to me by Squibload, if you remember Squibload.
I prefer to just take those excess Gizzard Gary stickers and stick them on random people's back windows of their cars.
That's probably what you should
randomly
do.
in a Walmart.
Put it right in the middle of their windshield if you really want to piss them off. We have a sticker here from Civivi. You'll be hearing some stuff about Civivi this week because we got I've got a couple knife videos that are already recorded and uploaded and ready to go.
I have a Civivi knife that releases on the 29th and I haven't even opened the box to look at it. I don't even know what it is.
You only got one?
Yeah, I only got one this month.
Oh, wow.
Tightwads. I think it's Damascus, though. That's probably why they only sent me one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that might make sense.
I kind of glanced at it and I thought it said Damascus on it, so that's probably why it's only one.
We got this sticker from MechGar.
Hey, they make magazines.
They do. And we have a sticker here from Gun Owners of America. They make freedom. And they'll be hosting us at Goals later. So we got somebody out there in the chat called Pop Tart Gone Trucking. And they said, hey, y'all, can a girl get in the chit chat? Chit chat, sure. So, welcome, Pop Tart Gone Trucking. Anybody you know Guns and Barbecue?
Cannot say I do.
Oh, okay. We have a sticker from Ron Wayne. You may have heard of his channel. I'm pretty sure.
Barbecue said he knew a girl called Popsicle, though.
Oh, I'm sure he did. So,
I like popsicles.
we do have some patches. You may say you don't need any stinking patches, but you just don't know you do. You're going to get one of the few left, the 2024 NRA Dallas patch, courtesy of Palmetto State Armory. And this comes to us from SHOT Show 2025. Speaking of Mechgar, there's a really cool patch from Mechgar magazines right there. I'm sure that's a collector's item. Also from SHOT Show 2025, this patch from Armacite. And last but not least, courtesy of Stan at SS Pond, a Dead Air Silencers patch. Jacob says, I want that. We also have the official Gizzard Gary pin, and you can pin it to your hat, to your jean jacket. It's got a little pin on the back of it, a little rubber retainer. Don't put it on.
Can I put it to my cat?
You can, but your cat won't like you for a while. Probably ever
You
again.
can do anything once.
That's true. I would sanitize it first. But anyway, yeah, you get that. And this is the coolest thing of all. Well, next to the Aegis. Aegis is the coolest thing of all. But this is a full set of 7 coasters from EAA. Yeah, not just one coaster, a whole set of
8
7.
coaster cost extra.
That's right. So, yeah, EAA. Good folks. So
It's in the
don't
game. Oh, wait. That's wrong.
EAA
Wrong,
Sports.
wrong,
Yeah. Be cool if they'd merge.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Jacob said, I want that. And then they said, and now that I said that, I probably jinxed myself. Wow. Pop-Tart Gone Trucking is giving out huge hugs out there. All right. Very friendly. So how do you win that? How do you win all that stuff plus the Aegis sample trifecta from the good folks
You
at
type
Aegis Gun Care?
FT313.
Are you sure? Is that the one?
I don't know. I can't see it. I think it is.
Well, if you look at this StreamYard giveaway tool, you are correct. The hashtag is #FT313. And there are 26 entries out there. I'll give everybody a few more seconds. If you just came in here, type that into the chat, just like Jacob did there. Paul Harrell really liked Pop-Tarts, Mr. Bob says. Now that he's gone, I can see why Pop-Tart gone trucking. It all makes sense. There you go. Okay.
Do it now.
You want me to go ahead and do it now?
Do it now. I'll do OB's job, but you're sending me his pay.
All right. Okay, so good luck, everybody. And who's our winner this week? It is Alex Parlin. Alex Parlin, are you still here?
Congratulations, Alex Parleen.
Type something in the
Congratulations,
chat
buddy.
if you're still here. Alex Parlin. Are you here? He is here. He is here. All right. Very good. Well, congratulations. If I could get you to send your name and mailing address to me, send that to winner, WINNER, at gizzardgary.com. And I will get that to you, and I will also forward that address to Aegis Gun Care because they will send their stuff separately. So, congratulations. Jacob S. says, I think Alex was the first one to type the hashtag tonight, too. I don't think there's any secret formula to that. But, no.
Jacob's sitting there just marking down every name that comes in, making a list.
Trying to figure out the Da Vinci Code, ain't he?
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
He's got some system. That's it.
Well, Travis T come back and it ruined him.
Yeah, Travis T's not in here tonight. We need to get him back in here. Maybe
Right.
Monday's not a good night for Travis T. I don't know.
Yeah, he showed up Saturday on Guns Bearing Therapy. We was really happy to see him.
He may have to work on Monday nights. It's hard to tell.
Hey,
You
Gizzard.
can't- Yes, sir.
I'm on top of the pedestrian underpass. That's all.
Oh, wow.
I was.
Let's say you should go down under there and show everybody.
I would, but they can go
Probably.
watch my video. They can go watch one of my videos. I have it in a video.
You
Just
probably
drive down
lose your
there.
cell phone signal when you get down there anyway. Since you're subterranean, at least a good 2 or 3 feet. But yeah, if y'all get a chance, if you're vacationing and you happen to be in northeastern Oklahoma, make sure and stop by Chelsea and see the famous Route 66 underpass. It's really something to see.
It's quite the tourist destination.
If you'd have seen it 30 years ago, you would think it is something to see now because it was pretty rough back then.
Pretty sure it's probably a drainage ditch back then.
No, they built it because a little kid got hit there by a dump truck on his bicycle and killed him.
Oh no!
I would imagine when it rains a lot, it does get water in it, though.
Yeah, it has a pump. It pumps it out pretty quick.
Oh, okay.
But the
Calamity
pump was out of
Jean,
order for 20 years, and, it was a mess.
Calamity Jean says, my family's in Chickasha.
Chickasha.
She spelled it Chickasha.
It's
With a W
Chickasha.
at
She
the end.
spelled it right. You said it wrong.
So it has a W at the end of it?
No, there's no W.
Well, she typed it with a W.
Oh, okay. Well, I couldn't see it that well. I just figured you were trying to say a Oklahoma name correctly.
I can pronounce most of them. She says Chick-fil-A. Yeah, that's pretty close.
Yeah, that's close enough. Chickasha's kind of ghetto. I'll try to stay out of there.
And we start talking about Oolaga and all these places. All these made-up town names that Oklahoma has.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, go to Miami.
Miami.
Yeah,
Miami?
I mean,
It's a long
can't
drive
hardly
to
pronounce
Miami.
any streets out there.
The only
I
reason
can't hardly spell them, let alone pronounce them.
The only reason to go there is because of the McDonald's that goes over the top of I-44. That's kind
That's in Bonita. It's not even in Miami.
it's in Oklahoma somewhere.
It's in Bonita. It's just like
Danny
15
said-
miles from my house.
I'm talking about Miami, Florida.
It's Miami.
Miami is in Miami.
Miami. She loves me after all.
Abigail says, can't be more ghetto than Jacksonville. I've never been in Jacksonville.
Oh,
Pop-Tart Gone Trucking says, I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. Oh, one of Sarge's kid
Oh,
folks
I'm
down
sorry.
there in Carolina. Yeah.
He's got
Abby
a wonderful
says-
governor.
Abby says, lots of beautiful women in Miami.
Oh, you ain't
I've
never been to
never been to
Miami
Miami.
because there ain't no beautiful women in Miami unless you like them Latin Indian.
There's a college in Miami, a girls' college.
Well, there he is. There he is.
You go up there back in the day, believe it or not, Snob, you go up there and cruise on Friday and Saturday nights. Miami,
Oh,
Oklahoma.
I've done my fair share of cruising to Miami too on Friday and Saturday nights.
Abigail
Used to go
says,
there all the time.
I like him thick and Latina. Wow.
who said that?
Abigail.
Abigail and I can hang out. Yep.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's definitely one of the options. Dale Pogue says a few miles south of Chickasha, they have a range that goes out to 1,400 yards.
Oh, wow.
You should have totally said Chickasha
I'm
again.
driving on a range that goes. I'm driving on a range that goes 1,400 yards right now. I got to stop, shoot.
Well, you wouldn't have to stop, but it's recommended. Abby says, or Romani, or really any race. I don't discriminate. Let's see. Female humanoid. Yeah. Captain Codebook says Ohio has a town called Miami. Don't recommend. That's true. They do. Forgot about that.
Yeah, they also have towns called Cleveland, Akron, Youngstown, Cincinnati. Stay away from all of them.
Columbus.
Germantown.
See, I live in a town
Actually,
called
Germantown's
Gladys.
kind of cool there.
Gladys.
I live in a town called Burlington, and I think that there's at least one in 25 or 30 different states. So, not that uncommon.
I don't know if there's a Burlington, Oklahoma. I don't remember one.
No, that's too. That'd be a weird name for Oklahoma. It's got to have a weird pronunciation to it. Nobody can mispronounce Burlington. So.
When I was a teenager, I met a girl at our fair in Springfield, Missouri, and she's telling me she's from Mexico. I'm like, man, that's cool. I was like, we got talking a while, and I'm like, man, you don't.
I've been to that Mexico
Yeah,
you're
I was
talking
like,
about.
you don't
Billy.
look Mexican at all. She goes, Mexico, Missouri, dumbass.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, did not know there was one.
I've been to Mexico, New York, and Florence, Kentucky.
There was a trash panda running down the road.
I've been to Kansas City, Missouri. That's confusing enough right there.
Let's say I've been in Paris, Tennessee. I've been all kinds of big fancy cities.
Pop
I'm
Tart.
gonna piss Gizzard off. I've been to Arkansas City, Kansas.
Pop Tart Gone Trucking says Miami is nice. I've been to every single major city in America, all of them. Miami is definitely top 5. My favorite city is on the West Coast, San Francisco. I've been to San Francisco. Gunpowder Beauty says we have a Burlington close to us in Kentucky. Denny says Texas has a Miami, also pronounced like Oklahoma, and played a very cold football game in the snow in '85, and everything hurt. Dale Polk says Burlington, Oklahoma is almost in Kansas. Pop Tart says
Is there a Burlington, Oklahoma? I didn't know if there was or not.
Montana is the most beautiful state, according to Pop Tart Gone Trucking. Denny says Paris, Texas. Gunswater says I've been to Waffle House. Abigail's been to Hollywood, Florida. Fuku says I've been to Big Bone Lick, Kentucky.
I've been to IXL, Oklahoma, Slap Out, Oklahoma.
Have you been to Knob Noster, Missouri, though? That's quite the place.
No.
Yeah.
I've been to Blue Line, Missouri.
Agorizer said, I've been to Paris and Mexico, Missouri. I've been to Paris, Arkansas. Actually, Paris and London are about an hour away from each other in Arkansas.
I've been to West Memphis and almost didn't make it out of there alive.
Gunpowder Beauty says, nope, Uranus, Missouri is the place. I hear you can get fudge there.
Yeah. I've got my fudge packed there before.
Yeah.
She packed it tight for me.
Pop Tart says the most beautiful place in America is the Grand Canyons and the Redwood Forest. Dale says not much in Slapout, Oklahoma.
No, there's not much in Slap Out.
So we do have a little bit of gore in here. So this is from Jacob. And he says, did anyone else watch the smoking buns racing? The racing commentary was full of hot dog puns.
Oh, it was god awful. Oh, here's one I forgot to mention. Rome, Georgia, I've been to.
That's where Jamie's from.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not realize that.
Yeah. Okay, got another picture here from Jacob. And he says on this one, saw this at a local shop, would have picked it up if it wasn't a lefty.
Need to learn to shoot ambidextrous.
Or amphibious, as Sorge would say.
That too.
What is this? Oh, got some gore in here from Boomstick. And he said, Gary's new family member. Boy, that's scary. That's quite the chicken there. So I guess we lost Snob. I'm guessing he's probably out of cell phone range. So maybe he'll be back. I don't know. Jacob S. says that's the chicken from Disney's Mona movie. Ozzy said, I sent a holster to Rome, Georgia. That is. To Rome, Georgia. Abigail says, Uranus sounds cool, but you should really visit Mayanus. There's even a bridge and a river. Gunpowder says, I will be in Lebanon, Pennsylvania in a few weeks.
Oh, God, why?
She's coming to see you? Uh-oh.
No. Let's say that's like other side of the state. Let's say Lebanon, a bunch of Amish there. I mean, granted, we got a bunch of Amish all over the state, but that's like the Mecca right around there.
Is that in Lancaster County?
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom's side of the family, kind of the roots of them go back to that part of the country. So
Nice.
Guns and Water
Gary's
says,
Amish.
check out the bologna factory. And Jacob S. corrected me. He says Moana is how it's pronounced. Okay. Now I know. Thank you for correcting me.
Mo's on what?
The name of the Disney movie is Moana, not Mona.
Oh, I thought they were talking about Mo being on something. I was like, oh, snap.
Moana, Moana. Okay. See, sometimes you just got to know, or you got to have somebody who does know. I don't watch Disney stuff. Gunpowder says, I'm picking up horses with a friend. She's buying some mares.
Oh, is she getting them from the Amish? That's even worse half the time.
Why, are they horse traders or what?
Well, it's just the way they treat their animals. And I'm not saying they abuse them or anything, but they run them to absolute death, and then they'll look to get rid of them, and people will think they're getting a good horse or something. And, they soup them up, and you think, oh, that's a good horse, and you get it home, and it won't do jack shit anymore. Like you got a fun lawn ornament. That's it.
She says she's not buying from the Amish.
Oh, good.
So you're safe.
Like like I said, I'm not saying anything bad against them. It's just, they're farm animals are farm equipment. That's it. And once they wear it out, it's done.
Mr. Bob says politicians are always a good investment. Start with mayors and work your way up. Abigail is asking, are you buying from a Dutchman? Wow. A Flying Dutchman? Guns of Water says lifetime supply of glue. Wow. Guess it could be. Oh, what else is going on? I think we are out of corn. I don't know if we're out of touch or out of time. We're definitely out of corn, which isn't good, but it is getting about that time. So tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to transition. And no, it doesn't mean do anything weird. We're just going to transition to the last segment of the show. And we call that What Did You Learn? And this is where I ask everybody, what did you learn in tonight's show? And then once you tell me, then you get to plug your channel or somebody else's channel or whatever you want to do. So let's go ahead and start with Hillbilly, if he's here. What did you learn? And he may have stepped away.
Uh-oh.
Which means it's your turn. So, Guns and Barbecue, what did you learn?
I learned that they built the pedestrian underpass because a kid got hit by a dump truck, and that's sad.
So, Defense Dad wants to know if I showed his Gorn. We'll show that in the after chat. Let's see. Abigail says, I learned that states aren't really original with naming cities. No, they're not.
Nope.
Pop Tart Gone Trucking says, I learned to love everyone, even people I don't know. Hugs. There you go. So you got live streams coming up left and right now, and
no, not yet. I've got to mess around with the EV Mux, see how that works. But I probably will be live streaming sooner than later again, because apparently all the old stuff still works. So no reason to get new stuff then, right?
right.
I put out a couple shorts yesterday, actually like 6 of them, on the 2A is Blind channel. If anybody wants to check those out, making fun of 9mm and 9mm shooters, because that's the proper thing to do. I got more of those in store. I just need to upload them here and there now. So that's all I got going. Thanks for the invite, Gary.
Okay, so I'm going to put a link to your 2A is Blind channel out there. In case anybody wants to, they can get out there and subscribe to that. Also, if you don't know
Thank you.
Guns and Barbecue, I'll go ahead and put his link out there too. We want to get everybody as many subs as possible. So
we got Gunpowder Beauty over 500 last night. It was pretty exciting.
It was exciting. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so congratulations to Gunpowder Beauty. So I'll go ahead and put a link to Gunpowder Beauty's channel out there too. Maybe we can get her to 600. That'd be pretty nice. Hillbilly, are you back? Are you back?
While we're waiting for him to answer, what do you think happens first? We get gunpowder to 600, or Rich actually hits 500 first?
I don't know. If Gunpowder starts doing some live streams, we'll get her to 1,000 pretty quick, I guarantee
Just needs to leave her hammer off.
you. Off or on?
Off.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, the camera's only for the OnlyFans content anyway, so.
Oh, God.
Can't pay extra for that. Yeah. And I've been attacked by a cat here, so sorry about that. Pop-Tart Gone Trucking says, you guys know traveling across America in all the different states that the snow doesn't taste the same? Wow. Interesting. Gunpowder says, oh, thanks, guys. Stop it. Y'all are going to make me want to do videos again. We want to see videos again. Darn right.
Can you call up your old producer?
There you go. Dale
She's
says,
going to
hello,
throat
George.
punch me.
Hello, Georgia Cat. Dale says also Guns and Water saying hi to George. If you're new to the channel, this is George, my cat and channel partner. My
By the way,
11-year-old cat. What?
I just saw in the back chat, Hillbilly had said, be right back.
Yeah, I think it was a while ago, though. Yeah, it was almost an hour ago, so maybe.
Oh, wow.
Maybe something came up and he had to leave. So let's see. Did I learn anything? Not really. I very seldom ever do. But I do have other stuff. So for my channel members, including Pick, who just joined up tonight, we have the Wednesday night members only chat. That is at 8:30 p.m. Central every Wednesday for my channel members. And in those, I give away one of the pocket knives that I reviewed every week. So if you join the channel, you get 4 chances every month to win a free pocket knife. And channel memberships start at 99 cents a month. Just saying. It's a good deal if you like pocket knives. And you probably can't see now because there's a cat covering up, but my shirt said knives. So definitely cool stuff. But anyway, Fowl Territory will be back again next Monday, every Monday at 9 p.m. Central. And like I said, there will be Civivi knife videos coming out this week. I believe the release date on those will be the 29th. So watch your YouTube feed. Jacob wants to know, was it a We Knife shirt? Actually, it's from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. So I do have a couple Civivi or We Knife shirts. If you look at the videos I release on the 29th, I'm actually wearing a We Knife shirt in both those videos. So anyway, so I guess with that, do you think of anything else we need to do before we get out of here?
I mean, we can make fun of Snob, but it just doesn't feel right without him being here. I don't think so. I think we're good to go.
We're good to go. All righty. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching. If you watched on YouTube, Facebook, or X.com, formerly Twitter, we appreciate you being out there. And if you watch in replay, we appreciate that too. I'd like to say thanks to everybody that's been out there in the chat, everybody that was on the panel, the 3 that were on the panel tonight. I realize it's a holiday weekend, so it's not a big deal. And a special thanks to all of my channel members who contribute and help support this channel. I definitely appreciate all of you. So I want you to have a safe rest of the week. And I want you to remember this. If anyone tries to infringe on your right to keep and bear arms, give them the bird. This is Gizzard Gary. To everybody, bye, barbecue.
Goodbye. Barbecue.
All right. Good night, everybody. And we will see you next time.